So to find out if a calculated f-value is statistically significant, you have two options. Either you calculate the exact p-value with SPSS or Excel, or you look a critical value up in a table. So here's the first way to calculate the p-value. So first you got to pick the right f distribution, right? It's dependent on the 2 degrees of freedom, which are dependent on how many groups do you have and how many people do you have. So in this instance, the f value that was calculated was 2.23, and the probability to obtain such an f value or higher was 0.1241. So this is higher than 0.05, which we determined as the significance level. So therefore here we retain the null hypothesis. The question basically becomes, is my p-value smaller than my confidence value that I set? So if it's if you're testing at the 5% level, it's p 0.05. If you're testing at the 1% level, it's 0.01. Same principle as with the t-test. And here, just to illustrate, right, different sample sizes, different group sizes have different probabilities. So let's say here a good example is 1, right? In this black distribution, the probability for 1 is about 0.3. In the red distribution, it's about 0.4, and in the green distribution, it's about 0.6. So various probabilities of obtaining such f values. And let's go to the second choice, which is more an old school choice, right? In this case here, we can look up a critical f value. So we look at, let's say here, degree of freedom of 120 and degree of freedom of 3. So this tells me, because degrees of freedom is number of groups minus 1, this tells me that this example here had 4 groups. Okay, so we go look at the 4 groups here, and because this is 120 and we have 4 groups, we know that we probably had 124 people participating. So we look at the degrees of freedom of 3, and then we go all the way down to 120 and determine that the critical f value is 2.68. Right? So we draw this line in the sand, 2.68. This is where the 5% area starts at 2.68. So now you just have to figure out, is my f calculated bigger than 2.68, which then would mean that it is in this green zone, and you would reject your null hypothesis.